Hello, and welcome back to the Female Thriving Over 30 podcast. And we have I feel like we have a celebrity with us today because Soraya did her TEDx talk. So
Yeah,
tell us all about it. How was it all? How was your trip? How did you feel?
it was good. Like traveling to Hamburg, I think it's been the shortest flight I've ever taken. It took us 1 hour to get there,
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
like so fast.
Yeah.
Literally, "Good, we're here already." Perfect. But it was freaking cold. It was like minus
Oh,
6 degrees when we arrived. And then the next day, we were around the city and we did one of those like free tours, 2 hours walking tour around Hamburg. That was beautiful.
so is it like a listening tour thing?
No,
Is
no,
that what
no,
it
it's
is? Or
just
like
like
an
so the free tours, like, they do it in mostly every major city, and it's just
right.
like tour guides
Hmm.
that, like, you go in there, but there is not a specific price that you pay. So it's like a
Oh,
free
okay.
tour that you do for 2
Oh.
hours, and then at the end of the tour, you decide how much you want to give the person,
I've not
depending on
done that
how good
before.
the tour has been.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we did one of those, and, like, I'm wearing the ring, right? This ring, like,
Yeah,
measures my body temperature. And, the following day, I was like, "Oh, let me actually see." When we were in the tour, like, we were, like, freezing.
yeah, yeah,
And it was like, my temperature is between, like, 35.9, 36.7 usually,
yeah.
and then it went, like, to 34. Went down because it was so cold, but it
And
was
then how
good.
did it go? I thought you were gonna say it was that, and then what was it before you had to do your talk, like,
Oh,
burning
actually, I
up?
haven't checked.
Did you
Let me
check?
see.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm gonna check. I don't know. But you know what? Like, I was so calm. I think I've never
Good.
been so calm in my life. Like,
That's so
like,
good.
I think I've
Yeah.
been more nervous in pageants than I have been for this. I don't know if
Yeah.
because I rehearsed it so many times
Mhm.
that I was kind of like sure, although I've messed up.
I feel like don't you think there's certain situations where you're in rooms with people that you don't know or haven't
Mhm.
met, and it feels like I don't know if it helps me with my confidence, although I think knowing that was being filmed,
Mhm.
that would have made
Yeah.
me nervous. But sometimes I think if you don't know anybody in the room, sometimes makes you less nervous
Maybe.
than situations where you know people that are there, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm checking his normal temperature.
Yeah.
It was fine. No nerves, no
So you
nothing.
weren't sweating.
No, no, I was not. It was so good. I like honestly, it was really, really good. It was a really great experience.
Mhm.
Um, all of the talks were so interesting, like really motivating. And there was like all of the talks were so good that I've already told a couple of people like we need you on the podcast. So
Oh,
we will be
yes.
having
Yeah.
people on the podcast
Okay.
talking about things.
Perfect.
So one of them was really good about this girl that was like neurodivergent. So she had
Mhm.
ADHD and she had autism. She was
Mhm.
just talking about how both of the things make her like a unique person and how like
Yeah.
we need more unique people in the world.
Yeah.
It was really
Love
good,
that.
like honestly,
Yeah.
like all of the talks were amazing.
Mhm.
And yeah, like I got in there, I was like, I don't know, I felt really good on that stage, like honestly, as I said, like I was not scared at all or nervous. I
Mhm.
just went in there and started doing my talk. Then
Mhm.
I did do it, like, without looking at the screen, and then at some point at the very end, literally, like, the last paragraph, I did this, and then my eyes wandered to the screen, and I got distracted.
Oh, so did they have like a teleprompter that you could read?
A kind of thing, so it was like a screen that was connected to the computer,
Yeah.
so we had been paired with a student at the university that was helping us prepare for the talk,
Right.
and the student of each person was, like, kind of, like, moving our script
Uh,
along.
okay.
And I was so stupid. I don't even know why I looked at this, but I just kind of like I
Yeah.
went like this, like, I was like that. I looked down, and as I did this, I saw the
Oh,
screen, and I was just
yeah.
shit. I was like, I kind of like saw a couple of sentences before the one that I was gonna
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
and that made me be completely
Yeah.
distracted. And then I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, okay, now I need to look because I don't know where I am, but I couldn't
Yeah, yeah.
find the place where I was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
then I
Yeah.
said a sentence that made absolutely no sense, and then I continued
Mhm.
with my thing. So
Oh,
there
yeah.
is going to be
And
a part that I am like, everybody's going to be like, what? Whatever.
the good thing is because you're Spanish, people just be like, oh, maybe she said that bit in Spanish,
Yeah.
for effect, Yeah, yeah, I think it'll be absolutely fine. No, I totally get that though, because I used to have some assessments with my students where it's a speaking assessment,
Mhm.
and they ask me if they can bring notes, and I always say to them like, don't bring like you can, but I would honestly recommend not bringing notes and just doing it as you know, because it is distracting.
It is.
I think if as soon as you see something, like, it
Mhm.
cuts you out of your flow and then
Yes,
it distracts
totally.
you. Yeah, yeah, so I get that.
Totally, totally. But
I'm
yeah,
sure you pulled it off.
when I finished, then I got like a lot of people coming to me like, "Oh my God, we were just talking about this morning,"
Mhm.
or like, "Oh, I feel
Yeah.
like so identified." I even got men coming and say like, "I know this is mostly for women, but I do
Yeah.
feel seen
Yeah,
in
yeah,
certain
that's
things." And I was like,
nice.
"Oh, that's
Yeah.
wow! I was not expecting that, but
Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah.
Like people related to the topic,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it was good.
That has literally just inspired me to think we should get a man on the
We
podcast
should
to
absolutely.
talk about, like, especially from, like, being obviously, talk mainly about women, but from being, like, a supportive
Mhm.
partner or friend to males that are over 30 for,
Mhm.
like, an understanding of how they feel. Because
Yeah.
obviously it's gonna be different, maybe different to us, but I'm sure they go through similar
Yeah.
things at different
Yeah.
stages in life, so that would be interesting.
Yeah, because like it was, they were saying like, like, I mean, we don't feel the same. Like we feel like the pressure on women are obviously like
Mhm,
way higher, but we also
mhm.
feel that pressure of like,
Yeah.
when are you getting a partner? When
Mhm.
are you having kids as well? Like all of that type of
Yeah, yeah.
pressure, they also feel from society. So they felt like, yeah, I feel much better of like doing things on my own timeline and just not
Yeah.
following society's timeline. So thank you. And that was like,
Yeah, yeah.
so good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, so success all round. I
Yes.
can't wait to watch it. You know that time when you paused, when you were looking for your thing, it probably felt ages to you, but it probably wasn't very
Yeah.
long for the
Like,
audience.
honestly, I
Yeah.
was just like, I need to say something because this is
Yeah,
too
yeah.
long of a pause, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
like before and this is like you beat yourself up after this and you're like, why did
Yeah,
my brain
yeah.
didn't think faster, right?
Yeah.
Before we went down to the theater to do the
Mhm.
presentation, they told us like, if you get stuck or you messed up, you can like repeat again because then we can edit that part for when we send it to Ted. And then I was thinking,
Yeah.
like, why didn't I repeat the sentence to get back to where I was, the previous
Yeah,
sentence?
yeah.
Why didn't I do that? And I think in my brain, I was like, no, it's going to look really bad. And they're going to think, like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hell? But I
Yeah.
feel like what I did looked even worse, So I should have
I
repeated
bet
myself.
I bet they can still probably edit it. You know, like you said, the sentence you said that you didn't feel like made sense, they can
Yeah.
probably still take that out and it will make sense. I'm sure there'll be something. And
Yeah.
either way,
I
like,
might just, to be honest, I might just like email them and say, like, look, there was one sentence that I said that was wrong. Can I just
yeah, yeah.
record the sentence and then you put it over and with AI, like in this program that we have,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you said something wrong, AI can make it change so that your mouth moves.
Oh my God, that's
I know it's
terrifying.
terrifying, but
You're not gonna
maybe
make
I'll ask them
videos
to do
of me.
that. Like,
You're not gonna
please.
make videos of me, are you? You're gonna make videos of me saying terrible things and post
Oh,
them on the
no,
internet.
I don't even use it, but just because I'm scared of what is gonna happen. But I know the technology
Yeah, yeah.
exists, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll ask them, record the sentence, send it over to you, and then you can just make me look like I'm saying this.
If not, I'm just sure you pulled it off.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
one of those things where it always feels worse on the inside, and then you watch it back and you're like, "Ah, it
I
wasn't even
mean,
that
honestly,
bad."
it just like
Yeah.
literally that sentence makes no sense at all. Like it doesn't make any sense, honestly, at all.
I'm surprised you even remember because I feel like in that situation, I don't think I'd have even remembered what came out of my mouth at that
Oh my
point.
God, I was so
Yeah.
traumatized that I did it. That is, it's never gonna leave me. It's just gonna always be there. I think it's just like there was a sentence that's like, so at what age did you first realize that you were running out of time? And then it's like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
here's the truth. And the original sentence is like, your prime was never an age, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
then I
Yeah,
go and
yeah,
I say
yeah.
like your prime, and then I got distracted and I was like, it's not your fault. That's what I said. It's like that makes absolutely no sense.
That was you talking to yourself. It's
Yeah.
not your
It's
fault.
not your
It's the bloody teleprompter.
So lesson learned, do not look at notes. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
know it. Go with it. Like, if you look at notes, it's because you've never rehearsed it and you're just reading. But if you
Yeah, yeah,
rehearsed and you kinda, like, know what you're saying, don't
yeah,
look at the notes because then you're gonna
yeah,
say it's not your fault.
yeah. I always feel like it's one or the other as well, because if you'd have been, like, loosely tracking the notes as you went,
Mhm.
would have been in the flow of looking at the thing, but if
Yeah.
you've not been looking at it at all, then it's just gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, well, I'm sure you're great, and I can't wait to watch it, and we'll share a link for everybody
Yes.
to watch it after
We
as
will.
well once it's
We will.
been published.
We
Yeah.
will. How was your weekend? What did you do? Anything exciting?
What did I do? I read 3 books this weekend. I read
3
1 a
books!
day. Friday, I read a book. Saturday, I read a book. Sunday, I read a book. As soon as Mia
Nice.
was in bed, I was reading my book, and then I just stayed up till, like, midnight, and I've loved it. I really I 'cause I'd gone off, we'd been doing all the
Yeah.
books, and then I felt like I'd gone off the wagon a little bit. I was watching High Potential after you mentioned that there was new
Yeah.
seasons, so I had to get that. Liam kept saying to me, "Oh, you've got books that you wanna read, but you're watching that," and I was like, "Well, I have to finish this so that I can move on. I can't, like, be halfway through a
Yeah.
s se series and stop something." So I finished that, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Right, back to books." Now, yeah, I've read 3 really good books as well.
Any recommendations?
So they're all Lisa Jewell books. She wrote None of This Is True. Have you read that one?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so The Family Upstairs, that's, like, my new favorite book. I
Okay.
think it's my first ever 5-star rating on Goodreads, and then I read Don't Let Him In by her as well, and
Mhm.
then the other one was And Then She Was Gone. They're the 3 that I read, and they were so good. And I've decided now, because hopefully if I'm moving later this year, I have a, bookshelf in my new house, just
Mm.
like a really nice reading area. So now I'm collecting,
Nice.
'cause, I was doing the library.
Yeah.
I was doing the library. I've read a lot of the books. I think I'm
Yeah.
glad that I did the library because I discovered loads of authors that I really like through
Nice.
doing that. But
Nice.
then now all my favorite authors, I'm collecting their books, and I'm doing it through charity shops. So I've been
Nice.
like, we've been doing family outings on the weekends. So we went this weekend to
Mhm.
a few charity shops, and Mila's got nearly all the Roald Dahl books that we found in charity shops.
Mhm.
And then me and Liam have started collecting some of our favorite authors' books from charity
Nice.
shops as well for our bookshelf. Which
Nice.
is such a wholesome little activity that we've been doing together, but it's nice.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
I like it. I
so
like it. So you're collecting books from charity shops the same way I collected my DVDs. Like, every
yes.
time I go to be honest, every time I go to a charity shop, I'm looking for Miss Congeniality. Still,
Yeah,
no, they don't
yeah,
have it.
okay, I will look for you. I'm gonna look now, because where I go for my books, there's also DVDs, so I can just do
Okay,
that as
good.
well, and I can
Yeah,
try and find it for you.
perfect.
I
Perfect.
bet I might have it, at my mum and dad's house. I'll have a look.
Mm. Nice. Nice, nice.
I can't guarantee that it's not a dodgy DVD that we got when we was younger, but it'll be a DVD. When you used to get the blank ones and they, like, printed out a
Ah,
little, did
yeah.
you ever get them? They
Ye
printed out the front cover and put it in
yes.
a blank DVD thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the paper.
I used to have a list I was given that I could pick out for Christmas the ones I wanted.
Oh.
I don't know who was supplying these, DVDs, but yeah.
So you're reading that book. I finished a book that, because I canceled my free free, I had like a 3-month subscription
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
Kindle,
Kindle. Mhm.
whatever it was,
Unlimited.
unlimited Kindle.
Yeah, yeah.
I canceled it because I was like, there is no chance that I'm just gonna read so many books in a month that I'm
Yeah,
gonna make it
yeah.
worth it
Yeah.
for £10, right? I can just wait until books are like 99p or like a pound or £2 and get them, right? So, I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna cancel this, but I need to finish the book that I started because once I
Yeah.
cancel, probably I'm gonna lose the book, right?" So I started reading this book that was called like
I
Five
think I saw this
Liars.
on your Goodreads.
Yeah, Five Liars. So it's like, "Oh, I need to finish it." And I stayed until very, very late on Friday night to finish
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then I canceled it. And then I see that some of the books that I've got on Kindle Unlimited that I downloaded and haven't read yet are still on my Kindle.
Yeah, I
I was
feel
like, I should have like downloaded so many before I cancel.
I can't remember how this works, but I had the same because Liam's got a Kindle. Obviously, I
Mhm.
didn't get one, so I haven't got one, but I've read a few things on his. And from his as well, he like had it was like tokens,
Mhm.
but then you could return books and
Yeah.
reuse the token as well and all sorts of stuff. But I think some of the books that he downloaded whilst he had it are still readable
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know, maybe they stay in your library or at least for a certain amount of time.
Well, if you
But at
do
least it was motivation for you to finish the book. Otherwise, you might
100%,
not have read it so fast.
100%, but that is a really good tip for anybody that
Yeah,
has Kindle Unlimited. Download as many
yeah,
as you want. So download them. So,
uh-huh.
I mean, get them and then download them on your Kindle,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
remove it, and they will still be there.
yeah. That's good. I wonder
So,
how long they'll stay or if they'll stay the whole time. But yeah, that's
I don't
good.
know. Now I
We'd have
finished
to
that
report
one, I need
back.
to choose one to read, so I'm just gonna open one and see if it still works, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still there,
yeah.
you know? Don't know. I wish I have known before, and I would have downloaded so many before
Yeah.
before
Sign
canceling.
back up. Just like sign back up and then cancel literally 10 minutes later. Just download loads of books and
Yeah,
cancel
well,
it or
actually,
make you pay
I
again.
was just thinking maybe it's worth it for me to get it, like, a month, like,
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
£10,
yeah,
and then just download
yeah.
loads of books that I want, and then cancel and not continue for the following month.
On my, laptop, I downloaded Game Pass, like Xbox Game Pass, you can get it on your laptop. Liam has
Mhm,
it on his Xbox, and then I
mhm,
got it on my laptop to let Mida play a game. I did, like, the free trial so that Mida could play a game, and she was playing, like, a Barbie game or something,
yeah.
and then I cancelled it, and then like, The Sims, for example, is free.
Still there.
I cancelled the
Ah!
subscription, but it's just free to play. So Mila played. Did I tell you Mila's been playing The Sims? She's made loads of
No! I'm
families.
so jealous. I
She's
so wanna
made
play The
so many
Sims.
families, and she's like, she makes all these families, but it's all just most families are all women. It's just like
Okay.
few adults, few toddlers, a few, like she's just like
Yeah.
made all these families, and then she's getting really good at it. She's like decorating her house and everything. I'm like,
Nice. Nice. Oh, I do miss The Sims so much.
she's
I spend
she
hours.
can't be bothered with the actual game of it, but no, I never could
I mean,
either. I
neither.
just liked making the family decorating the house,
Yeah.
and I used my cheat codes to get her endless amounts of money.
Yeah.
So she's just like decorating the houses,
Yeah.
making her families, and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the only thing I used it for, like,
yeah,
building
yeah,
all the
me too.
houses, creating
Yeah,
mansions, and
yeah, yeah,
decorating things, and then
yeah, yeah,
just,
yeah,
get people to move around, see what will
yeah, yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I went downstairs to get her snacks, came back, she'd built herself a pool in the garden. I was like, "Oh, make a
Nice.
pool in, have you?" Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I do remember, like, spending hours, like crazy
Yeah.
hours playing.
Yeah. Mhm.
And, obviously we only have one computer in the house, so
Yeah.
it's like, "Now
Yeah.
it's time," and I'm like, "No, but I need to my creative brain is working. I need to finish this house." Like, "No, move."
We said this before, didn't we, when we used to be on stuff and then they'd need to make a phone call, but you couldn't be on the phone and the internet at
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
yeah, yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But I wanna MSN! Can you imagine that now? If you could only have one person, like, you couldn't be on the internet and the phone at the same time, it's insane.
So, today I was thinking that we could talk a little bit about reality TV show. Reality TV, I would say, yeah, reality TV show, that I watched recently, and how pretty privilege is still very there to be able to get into certain places and get certain things. So,
Okay.
um, this TV show is called A Mom's Guide to Rush. So, for anybody that doesn't know, anybody that is not in the US and doesn't know what it is, every year before university starts, there is like a week where I guess it's the same for men, but mostly for like girls, they can apply to sororities, and then they have a whole week where they have things that they need to do, until they get picked or dropped by the sororities, right? And that will be their house for the year. I don't know if that is a house
So
for the year.
crazy, isn't it?
I know. I don't know if it's their house for the year or the house for the whole 4 years or 3
Yeah.
years that they are at university. That I don't know, but
Mhm.
for sure for that year, it will be their house. So one of the reasons that I wanted to watch this is because the main guy that shows up in this TV documentary or like reality TV is the guy in which the TV show Insatiable is based on.
Oh, I love that. I love that TV show. That's just like the best TV show ever. And I did see I remember seeing this program advertised, right? I can't remember where
Mhm.
I saw it advertised, but I remember like I just completely left my mind after. But I remember seeing it thinking like I would love to watch that. Like it just looks like something I would be interested in. And isn't the guy is also was a pageant coach or is a pageant
Yes,
coach, isn't
it
he? And
is
he
a pageant
also
coach.
helps with Rush. Yeah.
Yes,
So that's what I remember seeing it and thinking like, "Oh, I'm interested in watching this," just like out of pure curiosity
yes.
to see what is involved.
I mean, he explains obviously he started in pageants, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And while he was preparing some of the teen girls in pageants, then they went into university and then they were like, oh, we're doing Rush. Can you prep us for Rush? And then he's been
Mhm.
doing both ever since. And he's kind of like one of the most important Rush coaches
Yeah.
in America,
Yeah.
right? Because when you think about it, a lot of this Rush is very similar to pageantry. Okay. In
Yeah,
the sense
yeah.
like you have interviews, you need to present yourself well, your social media needs to be presentable. Because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you are going to be representing a house, right? A sorority. So they're going to look for girls that have either their same values, they are well
Mhm.
spoken. They also have charities that they support. Each of
Right.
the
Yeah.
each of the houses,
Mhm.
obviously, all of that philanthropy side of things is very important as well. So
Yeah.
so close to what
Yeah.
is pageantry.
Y So
So
how
the
do they prepare? Like, can you just tell us a bit about? Because I have no idea. I need to watch this program. Not
Yes.
too many spoilers, but give us a bit of,
No, no,
like,
no, no.
what they're
No, because like
doing.
so there is like each episode follows two girls through Rush.
Okay.
So
Right.
each of them
Yeah.
have different outcomes, like
Mhm.
it's very different. So the first
Mhm.
thing that they need to do is obviously register for Rush. They
Mhm.
need to pay a fee and everything like as if you were registering for a pageant. So they register for Rush. They need to prepare their CV,
Yeah.
which is so interesting because obviously girls have created templates with Canva or whatever, and then they're selling them on Etsy and all of these things for
Oh, yeah.
girls to like. It's just so funny, like how you can just make
Yeah.
money out of Rush, right? The same
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that people do with all the things. And I was like, I would good, good thinking, girls. I like that. I really like that. They need to look for their wardrobe because they kind of like need an outfit per day
Mhm.
because they have like different activities in each of the days. They need to obviously prepare their interview because they're going to meet with so many different sororities that obviously they need to know how to answer. And what else? I think that's pretty much it. Like those three things, I think. Yeah. So obviously their CV, it needs to kind of like show who they are, what they study, their grades,
Mhm.
what are their grades? What is their GPA? If they are, interested in any charity, what they have done,
Mhm.
and all other things, typical CV type of thing. And then the interview is very interesting, right? Because there is quite a few pageant girls that have won titles that are
Mhm.
going from pageant. Now they're going into Rush.
Mhm.
And when they're preparing the interview, is automatically you get like that pageant type of response, right? And then he's like,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. You need to be like more you, like show more personality.
Yeah.
What like they want to choose you for like, your personality.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Mhm.
rest of the things they have on your CV already, so you don't have to give a
Mhm.
pageant perfect answer.
Yeah,
Just like be
yeah.
yourself. So it's very interesting to see how some of them are able to adapt faster, and some of them are a little bit
Mhm.
slower because once you have
Yeah,
it in your
yeah.
brain for so long,
Yeah.
you have been doing pageants for so long, it's really difficult to kind of like
Yeah.
get out of that, way of speaking. Um, the first day of Rush, they are all wearing kind of like the same uniform in a way, right? The university gives them a t-shirt that they all wear the
Mhm.
same t-shirt and they wear like any bottoms, either skirt or shorts or whatever, and trainers in a way so they do not really stand out that much from each other. So when they
Yeah.
go to meet the different houses, they're all in equal conditions, which I
Yeah,
think is
yeah.
really interesting
Yeah,
and
that is
very
good.
important. And
Yeah.
then they can choose up to 8. They need to kind of like put in order their preference of of houses, right?
Mhm.
Then the next day they will be receiving the ones that kind of like you are still in the running, right? The ones that haven't.
Right. Oh, this is terrifying. I'd have been so scared doing something like this.
I know. So from 8 can go to 5, but some
Mhm,
girls get less. It really depends.
mhm.
But
Yeah.
the ideal is to get 5. And
Mhm.
then from those 5, you go to meet them to the different houses and have conversations with the sisters that are already in that house, right?
Right. Yeah.
That is something that is called like sisterhood or something like that. So they
Mhm.
usually like wearing like their best outfits and things like that to
Right.
kind of
Yeah,
like give
yeah.
the best impression to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sisters. And then after that, each person decides what is their top house. Second,
Yeah.
like they put them in order again. And then the next day they call them to see, okay, yeah, yeah, you can continue in the running or not.
Right. Oh,
Then let's see how it goes. And then at the
yeah.
end, whoever is still standing, right? Because they can maybe all houses drop you and then you're out.
Mhm.
Whoever is still standing goes to like the main theater or the main, I don't know, like whatever is like auditorium or whatever, and they all get an envelope with their names. And then they all go like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they all open their envelopes at the same time to see which is the house that they
Oh,
had been assigned to, right?
okay.
And
And
then
do they always get a house, or can they just get, like, nothing as well?
when they are in that stage and they're all going to the
Okay.
auditorium, yes, they all get a house
Oh,
because
okay, so they
otherwise.
know at that point, but there's some of them been let go before then.
Exactly.
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah,
if
yeah, yeah.
before that you've been called like,
Yeah,
"Oh, sorry, not continue,"
yeah,
you just don't go, right?
yeah. This is intense.
It is. And then the tradition is like once you have your house, then
Mhm,
everybody starts running down the street as
mhm.
they're like running towards their new
Oh,
life in a way, like running to their
yeah, yeah, yeah.
house. And then everybody's waiting for them with like letters and things like that, and
Mm,
merchandise and hats and
yeah, yeah.
t-shirts and things like that. And their parents are there. So it's very interesting to see the family dynamics as well, like from the
Big time.
girls, how many mothers are like so invested in the
Mhm.
whole thing for their
Yeah.
kids. Usually are women that have been in sororities before.
So they want them to get into the one that they went to or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
pageant moms, a lot of pageant moms or dance moms, those type of like
Yeah, yeah.
parents.
Pushy mums. Yeah.
The reason why this ended up being a reality show is because it got really big in TikTok,
Ah,
right?
okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
is kind of like recording and showing in real life
yeah.
their days of rush, how they are prepping, their outfits and things like that. I think it got really big because lots of the girls were showing like, this is my Dior bracelet, this is my Louis Vuitton,
Mm,
whatever. Like, and showing like how much money these girls were spending just on
mhm.
getting ready for a week of rush to try to get into
Yeah,
a sorority. And then like that was kind of like the first thing that kind of like pick up. And then they started like people started watching more of the videos and you start seeing how the girls feel through this process because it's, as you said,
yeah.
very intense process, right?
Mhm.
A whole week of doing lots of things, sleeping very little because you're excited and nervous at the same time. You're receiving those calls like at 6 a.m. to tell you if
Yeah,
you're continuing or not. So
yeah.
very intense. And it got like, as I said, like really popular in TikTok. And
Mhm.
one girl got even more popular. That they were calling her Bama Morgan. Her name is Morgan, and I guess she was going to the University of Alabama. That's why
Oh,
Bama
okay. Yeah,
Morgan.
yeah.
She got really popular when she was, showing on TikTok. People were really rooting for her, and she didn't get into any house on the first year that she tried. Right now, this girl, and that's why I wanted to talk about pretty privilege. Right,
Mhm.
this girl is not like the super pretty beauty queen type of thing, like American
Mhm.
beauty queen that
Yeah,
most of the other girls that are in the reality TV are.
yeah,
She's not stick thin either. But she has a huge following. She's, like people really relate to her and a lot of those things. So she
yeah,
tries again the following year, right?
yeah,
And everybody's so excited for her to try and again and like hopefully that she will get this time. Now more people know her. Her social media is not bad or anything, like it's
yeah.
engaging. So everybody's having like this really big, like good sense that she's gonna get in, right? and she doesn't again.
Wow.
And then and that got me thinking, like, this girl is funny,
Mhm.
is engaging. She
Mhm.
has a good following in terms of like if what you want is to make yourself known more as well, like
Mhm.
even like a
Yeah.
smaller sorority. Maybe the big ones already have enough publicity, but maybe
Yeah.
one of the smaller sororities will get her in. So just to, like she's
Mhm.
fun, she's nice, and we can get more visibility. Nothing. And I was like, but why?
Yeah.
Is it because she's not the stereotype of
Mhm.
what a beauty queen is like, or like what a sorority girl should look
Yeah.
like nowadays? Like why
Mhm.
is exactly? Because when you look at their videos, because before you start, you no on the first day actually, you need to watch the promo videos of each sorority. That they do
Right.
promo videos and they're all like dancing and doing stuff,
Mhm.
right? And when you look at all of the girls in the sororities, it's just like, well, they're all the same.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
all look like a copy paste. And that made me think, I thought pretty privilege was kind of like a thing of the past, but I'm
Mhm.
seeing it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? What is it called? The program. What's it called? Scream Queens. Have you ever seen
Yes,
that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because they all, it's like it's when you were just
Chanel
saying
number
they all look
one.
the same. Yeah. Chanel number one, Chanel number two, that's it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I've just looked up like pretty privilege. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of like articles and stuff talking about how it's still deemed to be like a thing that
Yeah.
affects us in society as well,
I really thought it was a thing of the
which is
past.
scary. Yeah.
I thought like we were more open-minded to,
Yeah.
to be able to give opportunities to other people that are not that stereotype, like copy paste, like everybody looks the same in the same
Yeah.
place, but it's not, and the amount of things that really beautiful, like, and when I'm saying like pretty privilege, like beautiful, very, very beautiful women get
Mm.
out of
Yeah.
doing nothing, it's
Yeah.
crazy. And honestly, I really thought it was just like done like 5 years ago was
Yeah.
that was not a thing anymore now. And I was like,
Yeah.
still
I
is.
feel I feel like is it one of those things, you know how like all the trends have been coming around and
Mhm,
stuff? Like I've noticed a lot recently, a lot of the things that were, do you know, like what's even deemed to be attractive changes
mhm.
over
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But a lot of the older schools, like obviously things come around, and a lot of the things of like when we were younger, you know, when we've talked about like just like the beauty standards when we were younger and
Mhm.
having to be super tiny thin and all of
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that seems to sadly be making a bit of a
Mhm,
resurface. I've noticed a lot of themes of stuff like that recently as well.
mhm,
So maybe it's like a sense of what that is, of what pretty privilege is, maybe changes over time, I suppose, with like the beauty
mm.
standards at that time as well, and what is deemed to be
I don't know, because that's what
pretty.
I thought, that's what
Yeah,
I thought,
yeah,
like, now we're more, but I don't think so. I think it's just
yeah.
like, you can, like, look like one of the girls, right, and I think it's actually the same girl in the episode of
Mhm.
this Bama Morgan.
Yeah,
Absolutely gorgeous girl, beauty queen, very accomplished, don't get me wrong, but, again, her answers are rehearsed, very, like, I don't know, not a very engaging girl,
yeah.
I would say, when you compare her, and then she gets one of the top houses. And then
Mm,
that got me thinking, did she really improve that much in a week to
yeah,
be able to get out of that, square where she was, pageant answer, etc.,
yeah,
that she really showed her personality? And then I don't think so.
yeah,
And I was like, maybe it was because she's absolutely gorgeous.
yeah. It'd be interesting to know, like, from an inside perspective, how they're actually judging,
Oh,
you know, like,
yeah.
what is the criteria that they're judging
Mhm.
on and stuff as well.
Yeah.
I've just asked our friend ChatGPT
Yeah.
some facts about pretty privilege,
Yeah.
and
Perfect.
it's saying here about, like, the halo effect. So, like,
Okay.
attractive people, sometimes people assume that they're more intelligent and friendly and competent because they have this halo effect. When you look at them, you make these assumptions about them. That's what it's saying here. And even it's saying that if you're perceived to be attractive, people often think you're more trustworthy, which is a surprise because I wouldn't necessarily think that.
No, I mean, many psychopaths are very
Yeah,
much right.
I ain't trusted nobody. But it says here, like, that beauty advantage is not always consistent depending on what the situation is.
Mm,
So I'm wondering whether it's a combination of the situation of Rush and how Rush
maybe,
is perceived in people's minds and the pretty privilege playing a
maybe,
part. Because I
maybe.
wonder if it has the same impact in different industries and different, like, areas of life, or whether
Mhm.
it's because that particular, like the history of Rush. I bet
Yeah,
that's quite it's like kind of like we said, similar to beauty pageants, like the history
yeah,
of beauty pageants and the history of Rush is very much about the physicality, probably.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about
Yeah,
Rush,
maybe,
but
maybe. Because I
yeah.
mean, there is this comments in there saying like obviously these people, the parents and grandparents that had been in
Mhm.
sororities, like they were like, this is so different
Oh, yeah.
when we were applying, right? Obviously now there is
Yeah.
more people with access to education, more people that will
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
university, more people that are legacies, right? Like parents or grandparents were part of that sorority, so there is more of those. So yes, of course they need to look at a bigger pool of people, and they need
Yeah.
to cut down the amount of people that they're going to go into the house, because I don't
Mhm.
know how many spaces are in each of the houses, right? I mean,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
mansions, so I
Yeah.
don't know how many bedrooms are in there, how much space they have, but it's just interesting to see like how they gravitate a lot towards the same type of girls.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't there a thing that you just like aren't you supposed to be drawn to people that are like you or look
Mhm.
like you
Yeah.
or you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
yourself in them? So
Mhm.
it's probably like you're stuck in a cycle because then the people who are there pick people that look like them, and then
Yeah.
they pick people that look like them, and
No,
then
absolutely.
on and on.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
why I wanted to talk about this, because in my mind, things had changed.
yeah,
I felt like
yeah,
society had changed a little bit from what it was.
yeah,
From what I saw so far in the episodes that I've watched, that's the impression that I had. And I'm like,
yeah,
well, what is the chances for
yeah,
someone that is not the typical size or the typical look
yeah,
to get into like a big sorority? Do they just need to go and try to aim for smaller sororities not to be disappointed? And even though will
yeah,
that
yeah,
be the case, will they get in? How
yeah,
unfair, no?
yeah, yeah. I've 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 just looked at what you can do. Like, if there's, I was thinking we can talk about, like, is there anything can help us overcome these problems? And it does say a lot of it's based on like your environment. So, like,
Mm,
the type of industry or the type of thing that you are
yeah,
participating in
yeah.
will make a big difference whether your pretty privilege plays a part in whether
Mhm,
you'll be successful in it or not. So whether it's an environment that places more emphasis on like beauty and physical stuff, or whether they place more on like actual measurable outputs like your achievements and stuff. But you
mhm.
would hope and think that something like Rush would be based on academic achievement
Yeah,
more heavily than it
yeah,
would on anything else, wouldn't you?
yeah. Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure like that's one of the main things. You need to keep certain
Yeah.
GPA
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stay, etc. Right? At the end of the day, you want to be a good representative, and I don't think just 100% looks are the way to be a good representative, right? I think, as you said, like academics, how do you hold yourself in person? Like, how do you talk and act? Like, all of those things count more than
Yeah.
the shell, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It makes me wonder about, like, I've often thought this just through life in general. How often do you think it matters how you show up to something? Because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this relates to,
Yeah.
just like the workplace and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Like, I suppose it does matter in a way, and it shouldn't matter, but it does matter in a way, and I think sometimes maybe it's the impact on your confidence as well makes a big
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Like, I know when I've, like, made an effort for work that day, I would
Mhm,
probably, like, have a bit more confidence in
mhm.
myself when
Yeah.
I'm delivering a lecture or whatever because I've have that confidence from putting in a bit more effort
Mhm,
in my outfit or whatever I've done that day.
mhm,
But it's interesting to think because I often think, like, I would prefer a world where it doesn't matter how you present yourself on the outside,
mhm.
really, rather
Yeah,
than, like, having to think about that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, I think you should watch,
Oh,
it's
is
on
it?
oh, Shadow opened the door. How did you do this? It's on Hayu because I have Hayu
Oh,
for The Real Housewives, of course.
how do you get this? Do you have can
So,
you watch the things that are on that on anything else, or do you have to is it a
no,
separate
you
app
need to
that you
it's
have
a separate thing. So, like, I have Prime
oh.
and then I pay £5 on top
Oh,
just for
oh,
that
on top
channel.
of your okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's for that channel. So it's on
Okay,
there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, they will move it to Netflix or something at some point. So when that is, like, you
yes,
need to
I'll
watch it.
investigate.
It's
What's
very
it called?
interesting to see, like, everything that they're going through. But then at some
Yeah,
point, like, I start thinking, like, oh, like, all the girls going, they look exactly the same. And then these two girls that look so different, none of them got away
yeah,
like a house. And I just, like, made me
yeah,
so sad, because that
yeah, yeah,
why?
yeah. It really shouldn't make any difference. And like thinking about, everything we talk about and like different stages of your life and different things that happen in life that have impact on how you look or feel in different areas of your life, that shouldn't make any difference
Mm-mm.
to
No.
what you're able to achieve or how you're perceived by other people because none of that
Yeah.
stuff really matters.
Yeah.
Like how you look shouldn't really matter. Oh, hello, kitty.
Don't stop the recording, please. Okay, we're good.
But yeah,
Imagine.
it shouldn't make it's sad to think that they would be affected
Yeah.
by things like that,
Mhm.
especially things that like could be completely out of your control. Like some things we can't change, you
Yeah.
know.
Exactly. I mean, we don't know if that's for sure, but that was the feeling that I got,
Yeah,
right? Like, when I
yeah,
saw it, I
yeah,
was like, I mean, to me, it's clear that
yeah,
the reason why they didn't get in there is because they are not a size 6 UK, and they are not, like, super beautiful, gorgeous with, like, the curls certain way and the makeup certain way and things like that?
yeah. I'm gonna have to watch this. I
Mm.
feel like there's like a resurgence of. It's like the America's Next Top Model. This is what I mean. It's like the
Mhm.
America's Next Top Model documentary's come out, which I know is supposed to be like shedding a light on the bad things that happened.
Mhm.
But I think it's just recently, I think I've realized that all that stuff hasn't gone away.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like,
no, no.
these kinds of things, like, there's still even when you think of, like, Selling Sunset, those programs when Selling Sunset started, it was about the
The
houses,
houses,
and
yeah.
now, like, it's barely focuses on the houses, it's about the women and how they're glammed up and their outfits and
Mhm, mhm.
all of
Yeah,
that. And I get it, and I get the interest in that. Like, I watch stuff for escapism sometimes, and it's,
yeah.
like, nice for it to be
Mhm.
visually pleasing and to see all the
Yeah.
outfits they wear or things like that. But it just, like yeah, it just shows that the media haven't stopped feeding
No,
those things to us all of the time.
yeah, and we still watch, which
Yeah.
is the problem. It's like we create the cycle, right? They feed it, we watch it, ratings go up, so then they keep
Yeah.
feeding, and when it stopped working, and they feel like with another format that it then actually is exactly the same, but
Yeah, yeah.
comes in a little bit different, but it ends up being the same,
Yeah,
and we keep
yeah.
watching, and we keep obsessing, and it's like a never
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we are the problem too. We should stop
But
watching these
it's
things.
like it's the curiosity, isn't
I
it?
know.
It's like
Yeah.
when I saw the Rush thing, it's like this actually is real. Like people are doing
Mhm.
this
Yeah,
in America. So it's like I'm like intrigued. I want to know what
yeah,
the process is and what's happening, you know? Like I
yeah,
feel like it's natural curiosity.
yeah.
I want to know about these
No, no, of
things.
course. I mean,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, to me, has always been a dream to be in a sorority since I was,
Yeah.
Elwoods, right? And
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I
yeah,
want to be in a sorority." We don't have that here, but
yeah,
I've always wanted to be in one. But now thinking
yeah,
everything that is needed to get into one, I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, yeah. Sounds
too
like too
much."
much work to
Too
me. Too
much.
much work.
And
Old
it's
the
not
old
cheap either.
the old versions of us might have done it, and it's too much work now. And you know what? The House Bunny. Have you seen that film?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's like this. These are the places where I've like seen flashes of like
Uh-huh.
sorority, but obviously they're not like House Bunny. You don't see the rush process. I don't. Oh,
Because I'm pretty
maybe
sure
they
by then was
do a
different.
rush. Yeah,
It was a little
yeah,
probably a little bit different to what it is now, I think they
yeah,
concentrate
yeah,
more on, like, the games that you need to do, like, once you're
yeah, yeah,
in and things like that, right?
yeah, yeah,
But they don't really I don't think it was such a big thing back
yeah,
then
yeah,
like it is now, like, now they made a whole event, like,
yeah,
I need to I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna send you some of the
yeah,
videos that
yeah.
they
Right.
do.
Yeah, yeah,
It's absolutely crazy, the
yes,
production that goes
yeah, yeah.
and everything. It's
Okay.
crazy.
I wanna see it, and then I'm gonna somehow access this program, I'm gonna watch it,
Mhm.
and then I think we should get a guest on who's rushed before.
Yes, that
We
would
need
be
to
so
find
cool.
somebody who's rushed, like, in recent years to get
Mhm.
the inside, like, of what it's actually like and what the
Yeah.
process
And,
is.
if anybody that, is in the process of selecting the people coming in and wants to come and challenge our opinion of
Yeah,
the pretty privilege, we
yeah,
are welcome to have them because, as I said, that is the perception that we get from watching it.
mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Could potentially be as well the way that everything has been edited because we know
mhm.
productions
Yeah,
sometimes edit things to make it look a certain way,
mhm.
create good TV, right? It could be that.
Yeah,
But right now, the way that it looks is that's it, right? So if anybody
yeah,
wants to come and challenge us in that and explain exactly what the process is, that would be amazing because I am truly intrigued and I've
mhm.
always wanted to be in a sorority and just live with
Yeah,
all these girls and just
yeah,
do
yeah.
all of these things. I don't think I would have the money to because I think there is one episode where they're like going through like, oh yeah, this much for meals, this much for the room, this much for the, and I think it was like in total like $5,000 or something like that for the year or something like that,
Right.
plus all the money that they spend in outfits and
Yeah, yeah.
all the craziness, right? Plus
Yeah,
the
yeah.
clothes, I think it's like another like 1,000 or 2,000. It's quite I wouldn't have the funds, but
Yeah. I feel I feel like because of the parallels here to pageantry as well as like,
Mhm.
we know from being in that industry that
Yeah.
there's the perception of
Yes,
that, and
exactly.
some of them are still heavily weighted on physicality. I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
that they're not, but, there's also a lot that aren't, and maybe the certain sororities that don't consider those kind
Yeah,
of things and
yeah.
stuff in a lot of places. So it'd be interesting to see from
Mhm.
from somebody's perspective who's actually lived it, what it's like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I think, I mean, we had to do this episode like this because we had a guest but didn't show up. So we had to like quickly pivot and try to talk about a topic. If we had had time, I would have prepared this a little bit better. But I hope it was entertaining, and I hope some of you have some thoughts and ideas, and you want to recommend something to come and talk about Rush with us. That would be ideal. So, yeah, thank you so much for listening to another of our crazy talks.
I feel like we also like if anyone's got anything to say about pretty privilege, feel like this is a topic that we need to
Yeah,
pick up and
yeah,
like
of course. Yeah,
how we navigate a world where the world might not always be in favor of us for
yeah,
whatever reason, not just about pretty privilege, but just like when we don't fit what society expects
yeah,
for a certain role or something, like how do we pivot and get
mhm,
through those barriers?
yeah,
So I feel
yeah.
like this is the start of like a good conversation that we
I
can
think so. I mean,
dip
as I said,
into. Yeah.
we are like literally like rambling and improvising on this, this episode. So, yes, we would like to talk about this in a more structured way, hopefully with some guests that knows about the topic.
ChatGPT has been helping me out with some thoughts.
So yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.